Exiled Opinions urges you to drink responsibly. We do not condone underage drinking nor driving while drunk. We do not encourage you to take part in the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game and or any of the consumption of alcohol that our hosts and guests partake in. We're idiots. Please discontinue usage if any of the following side effects takes place: dizziness, blackouts, vomiting, nausea, passing out, or your friend drawing genitals on your face. We are not responsible for damage to any of your organs, and you should not be trying to keep up under any circumstances.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time once again for your favorite Saturday night waste of time. It is time for the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game. We have a very, very cool stream for you tonight. Tonight we're going to start with a very interesting movie, a set of movie reviews from the Woken crowd. What are we calling them now, Doku?
What aren't we calling them at this point in time?
What are we calling them? Because we got to come up with something.
I know we had something good the other night, but, well,
yeah,
par for the course, we were drunk, so I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember. Like it was something, but regardless, we have reviews from this movie called Groupers, and apparently it's about this girl who goes and kidnaps some gay basher bullies and ties them up and bondages them at the bottom of a swimming pool, and this is all in the name of an experiment. And everyone's kind of upset that it's not going, it doesn't do what I wanted it to do. So, yeah, it's,
Yeah, this is gonna be a special brand of shit show.
But immediately following that, we're gonna get into some Joker stuff, because this movie's the gift that keeps on giving, and I'm going to see it now purely because they're not taking the regressive left's shit, unlike Eddie Murphy.
Now, it's funny, like, I remember back when Nurgle stream, when we were talking about Star Wars, it's like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. But damn it, they just keep fucking giving me more shit to talk about, and I have to address it. The Joker movie is the same. It's the new punching bag. It's the new Last Jedi for this generation. And you know fucking Rise of Skywalker is going to be the same fucking way. We'll be talking about it 3 fucking years from now.
Let's be honest. That's the Rise of Skywalker, okay?
Oh, God. That's a little bit cringe, but you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong at all, no. I'm looking up something. I had it for a second, for a brief moment. And I had copied it, but then I remembered that I had to get the Streamlabs link for all of you beautiful people who wanted to perhaps donate to help support the show a little bit. You don't have to. We're not asking you to, but welcome to the party. I see Philip Blair in the chat. How's it going, buddy? Yes, the music does rock. It is by Maddie M. and who's he at? Digitex.
Yeah, they do good shit.
Both really good Creative Commons open source music people. So check them out when you get a second. I'm going to copy this recipe because I found this recipe online a while ago, a long time ago, from one of the Ghostbusters groups that I would follow online, and this one was posted on Food and Wine, but they got the same recipe for another from the same Ghostbusters group. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here so you guys can make your own batch maybe one of these days, and I'm going to make it look nice. All right, we're gonna get it in the dark crystal font because why the fuck not? And then let's go ahead and put this in the bottom corner here. Can you see that all right, Doku? Like, are you looking at the thing?
It's good enough. Oh boy, I'm just going through and reading this one article. Just wow.
I can't get a drop shadow on this or any kind of like what's it called. But there's the mix. That's part of my drinking tonight. I have mixed up a batch of homemade Ecto Cooler for this evening's festivities. Because October is only a stone's throw away, and this is going to be fun. So why don't you take away with the first of these reviews, Doku, and I will get my first drink ready while you do
All
that.
right. Well, first off, this movie, as you can see, only has 5 reviews.
It's a limited release, so a whole lot of people aren't going to go see this thing.
Yeah, well, this review comes from, it's the one positive one, from Film Inquiry, written by Andrew Stover. And it's a bit long, so I'm going to cut to the meat of the article. Sorry over here, guys. I quit smoking, so I'm dying.
He's finally quitting, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, it's about fucking time, right? All right, so I'm not gonna read the intro. It's unnecessary. I'm just gonna go straight to the first part. It all starts with an offbeat experiment. There is no denying that Cohen is wrestling a newfangled premise, which could very easily come off as flagrant or grotesque. The idea of a woman drugging 2 homophobic jocks and strapping them up with their penises ensnared in a Chinese finger cuff, all for some kind of vengeful experiment, is hard to swallow. I wonder if that was a pun intended or not. It's incredibly difficult to make this premise work without being foolishly offensive. Unlike any other experiment where only one tiny hiccup can blemish the result, Groupers is one big and messy experiment that pays off in adequate proportions.
Wow, so he's literally sucking this movie's dick. Drink.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pausing for a drink on that one.
All right, continue.
Despite what the concept suggests, it's not torture porn. Depends on who you ask.
It's torture porn. Anytime I'm going to pause. Anytime that you have an individual or individuals locked in a room, a la Saw, and a thing has to happen for the movie to progress from one point to another, it is torture porn. Saw was torture porn.
Yeah, you quite literally just already said that these 2 people were kidnapped, drugged, and they have their dicks in a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah.
It's not torture porn. Bullshit. Drink for bullshit.
We're already going to be fucked up before we get into the Joker discussion.
It leans more towards black comedy, with social subtext about the causes of homophobia and the corollaries of bullying. For all its depravity, Meg does pull off the start of the experiment quite immaculately. Long before we know how far their homophobic bullying went, the jocks are sketched as plaguey self-absorbed, but no way is their kidnapping warranted. Well, at least you can admit that.
It's never okay to kidnap someone. End of story.
Yeah, Perry, like, full stop. Like, at least you can say that much about it. Brad and Dylan are in a sticky situation. Oh my god, drink. I have a feeling that was worded intentionally that way. Drink. Tied up in an empty swimming pool, confronted by Meg, and they're forced to play Meg's game and reflect on the abuse they inflicted on Oren? Or Oren, I guess is his name. Weird name. The majority of the first half highlights the actual chops of, don't care about these actors' names, who definitely bounce quips off one another. The small cast embraces their own distinct personalities to the point their interactions are natural. Completely unnecessary statement. Guy who plays Brad, who I don't care about, the level-headed and quick-thinking jock who tries to undermine Oren's abuse. Normal high school stuff. It happens every day.
Spelled?
Drink.
I'm not even looking. How is it spelled?
Orin.
Is that some
Oren?
weird fucked up spelling for Aaron?
I don't know.
Because Aaron's got like a bunch of different spellings, like ERN or ERIN, EREN,
or AERO. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna go with Orin because phonetically that seems appropriate.
Make it
ORIN.
sound like that fucking what the fuck is it called? Makes it sound like, what the fuck is it called? That one anime that's like homoeroticism. Just
Boku no Pico.
no. It sounds like It sounds like the girl's name.
Oh, fuck! I know what you're
Was it
talking about too.
Alren Host Club? Heist Club? Host Club? Host Club.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't that anime produced by that one studio that got firebombed?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Rest in peace, Studio Tokyo.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Whether it be direct or indirect, people are bullied every day. LGBT people are more susceptible to. Yep. LGBT people are more susceptible to bullying because of ingrained beliefs and heartless opinions.
Drink.
The ramifications of such maltreatment can be baleful and life-threatening. Drink.
I'm trying to look at Instagram. Sorry, people, you don't want to see my Instagram because it's just boring shit.
And I'm almost through this, but we'll just finish up this little synopsis.
Please do, because I'm already a little buzzed, and that's because this is some cheap fucking vodka. Do you want to know how cheap it is? Doku, do you want to know how cheap this shit is?
$5?
$11.
Yeah, I've had some good cheap vodka before. It gets the job done.
This is 40%, so it's 80 proof. And this was $11 for this whole fucking bottle. And you know Smirnoff, once you open it, it starts to further ferment, and it becomes more and more disgusting as time goes on. And the only other vodka that's cheaper than Smirnoff is... Oh, what the fuck is it called? It is the cheapest of the cheapest bottom shelf shit. It starts with a K. Krakow vodka.
Oh boy.
That stuff will give you heartburn just by looking at it. So are we done with the positive review here?
No, we're gonna have to go through a little bit more of this.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, it's only 2 more paragraphs before I'm done with this garbage. Brad, being this brawny jock in denial, dares...
Falcon's in the chat. How's it going? Welcome, Falcon.
What's up, Falcon?
Falcon, you gotta catch up. We're 6 drinks in.
Oh boy. There are gonna be more than that after this. Brad, being this brawny jock in denial, dares to trivialize the consequences of his actions. As for Dylan, he has no common sense, and he also has a damaging secret. Person I don't care about plays Dylan with conscious dullness, uttering swift, lowbrow humor, which coexists well with Brad's composure and low tolerance of stupidity. The two jocks interact in a playful persiflage,
I have a question.
which is rollicking enough to keep audiences invested.
I have a question. Why the fuck is a revenge fantasy movie, a torture porn revenge fantasy, laden with comedic elements? Why?
I don't know.
Who the fuck?
I really don't know.
Just continue, because this is gonna bother me until we start talking about Joker.
All right. Radiating dodgy confidence and fiery anger, Meg is dedicated to proving or disproving that homosexuality is a lifestyle choice, a theory in which Brad and Dylan convince themselves is true. Nicole Dambro is a fierce, implacable, and asserting presence, allowing Meg to roam in sordid territory while still being slightly likable.
Drink. This review's over. This review's over, Doku, you dick.
Well, no, we're going straight to the end. They go to the bar. That's all we need to say. They go to the bar once the experiment is over. From there, the fun is muddled with more inflated characters who are more irksome than amusing. The destination takes a new turn when characters surface and fruitless dialogue saturates the screen. apparently, yeah, the guy they bullied, I guess, comes in and is like fucking hopped up on drugs and shit. I don't know, dude. This movie sounds like fucking train wreck.
I've been taking or not EDM. What the fuck is it?
DMT?
Yeah, that's it. I've been taking DMT all night. Let's fuck. Um, fuck this review. I mean, fuck
Yeah,
all of
no,
these
this
reviews.
is. Just fuck this movie. It just.
But
I don't even know what to say about it.
It's funny how Stover does not have a picture on his icon. It's almost like he was run out of the industry after giving a positive review to something everyone else has review bombed. So here's one.
I noticed that. I was wondering if you're gonna bring that up.
Here's one from Roger Moore. I'm gonna see how long this is. Okay, this isn't very long. Let's see how many drinks this one's going to be because, my God, Roger Moore is a bigger hack, and this is hard to say. He's a bigger hack than that asshole we dedicated an entire stream to dunking on. An entire stream.
Wait, which one, Matilda or fucking
I'm not going to say
Bloomberg's.
I'm not going to say his name. Okay?
Yeah, Bloomberg's favorite soy boy bitch.
I'm not going to say his name. He must not be named. But Flying Falcon says, I don't drink. Nothing against it. I just don't like the taste. That reminds me of that one episode of Archer where Woodhouse is talking about the one dude that he used to valet for in the Army, in the Air Force, the Royal Air Force or whatever it was. And the dude's like, I don't drink water. Fish fuck in it. And then he gets a bullet in his head. And like right as he's dying, he's like, fish fuck in it.
I don't think I ever saw that episode, actually.
Oh, man, I'll have to look it up. Groupers is a vengeance on gay bashers farce that proves the more isn't the merrier. Wow.
What does that even mean?
Drink for doublespeak.
Like, you said a bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, let's get into this because Pete's going to be showing up soon, and I hope to be having the Joker discussion when Pete gets here. And if you are in the chat, Pete, if you're listening, it's the same link as last time, so feel free to join in whenever. Groupers is a farce about kidnapping two homophobic high school bullies and forcing them to prove their thesis, quote unquote, that homosexuality, sexual proclivity, is a choice. If it is, they can choose to dabble in the same-sex romance, and voila, go free. It begins as a chatty, catty, and not amusing or harrowing hostage tale that falls well short of thriller, and devolves into something less. A woman lures two young jocks into a van, where she gasses them and ensnares them into an elaborate rope trap in an empty pool in an abandoned suburban LA subdivision. Because there's so many of those. Drink.
Oh, God.
It is an experiment, she tells these two, cunning Brad and doltish Dylan. She'll record their actions, initiate phases to the experiment to threaten them on, and perhaps humiliate them in front of the world. Have you maimed me? Maimed us? I had thoughts of maybe we're heading into hard candy territory, an early Ellen Page revenge on a rapist fantasy. But no. Drink for Ellen Page. We're just settling in for this myopic three-character play, listening to Meg's lectures on the nature of the trap, the secrets one of them keeps on his phone, the power dynamic of her controlling them with tasers as she taunts their narrow-mindedness when other characters start showing up. And with few exceptions, each new edition waters down whatever the point the movie is reaching for and fails to add anything funny to the proceedings. Because it's a fucking revenge fantasy. Melissa, how's it going? She says she's not drinking. Well, we're happy to have you here. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for joining us at least. And, oh my God, this movie. Just
We're not.
I
done
don't
yet.
even know what to say about
We're
it.
about halfway through. The three-person dynamic has discourses on trickle-down abuse of hate crimes the kids have been perpetuating on somebody at school, and the uncomfortable fact that Meg is hate criming the hate criminals. In extreme close-ups, the two boys tied so tightly together turn on each other. You are always like this when you're not high or drunk or both. Oh, are you always? Okay. Then a glib gay stereotype shows up, joking about kidnapping being number 7 on my bucket list. And local criminal squatters in the movie's tongue-in-cheek tone go straight out the window in favor of failed farce. Is it failing or failed? Is it on its way out or has it gone out? Pick one, you fucking idiot. Drink. Jelly Duck, how's it going? Memes, how's it going? It's great to see you guys. Memes, I will shoot you a link if you want to join in. Let me know if you want to join in. But I'll shoot you a link on Discord if you want, or Twitter or something. Points about racism and homophobia are pounded home, and the new additions, only Terrence Wentz makes much of an impression, a stereotypical bulked-up black hoodlum who has some surprising opinions and attitudes on the subject at hand, and a funny way with every line he delivers. Oh, that's savage. No need for savagery. When his character declares, "You motherfuckers don't know how to end shit," he's talking directly to his writer-director. Which is a sign to say, after showing signs of comic life in the third act, the whole enterprise resolves itself in the most half-baked way you can imagine. So this half-baked article, Falcon says you like dragon hunting. He likes dragon hunting. But this is coming from one of who is this, like Andrew something or other?
Oh, the other dude was Andrew
Cohen. Anderson Cohen is the one who directed and wrote this movie. And this is one of his own that he's dunking on. It's like the left eats itself, and this review in and of itself is fucking proof of that.
Yeah, that was it. This is coming from, what's his face again? Fucking Roger Moore.
Mr. Woke himself.
Yeah, he's top tier fucking woke access garbage media journalist. Like, if he's fucking shitting on it, then dude, you didn't just make fan fiction into a movie. You made fan fiction into a movie, then shat on it, ate it again, and then shat it back out. Even the woke access media can't defend your garbage.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I'm going to head over to Twitter quick. Let's see. Here we go. And I'll shoot Memes a link. Let's see, that's you. I don't know if Pete will join us, but he has a link. If you're in the chat, Pete, which I can't look at the moment, if you're in the chat, there's a link for you on Twitter. I
mean, this movie, like, I didn't know much about it before reading the reviews, only the little bit we talked about yesterday.
Right.
But the whole, not only did, like, I knew that she kidnapped somebody for an experiment, but you kidnapped somebody, drugged them, left them in a fucking drained pool in LA, which I'm pretty sure the heat gets pretty bad.
Yeah, so not
and
only
you have
are
them in like a
penis,
well, you have them in a penis Chinese finger trap too. Like,
yeah, you've got this whole fucking thing is just, it sounds dumb, right? It sounds like a fucking dumb as fuck premise.
This is literally like a homosexual. And I'm using this term like not, so don't fuck with us, YouTube. But this is what it is. This is literally this is the gay version of if I was gonna do Saw, well, this is how I would do it. Like, this is a revenge porn meets dark sexual fantasy type bullshit. Like, this says a lot more about the director than it does about anything else.
All right, so I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I showed this to Doku last night, but this is the banner on Anderson Cowan's Twitter page. And there's Pete. Pete! It's Pete!
Hello.
I gotta change the thing quick. So just give me 1 second here. But we're currently delving into we're about to transition into Joker, and we wanted you here for Joker at the very least.
Oh, sounds good.
But we had
you got good timing, brother.
We had a little bit of a warm up with this movie called Groupers. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at is the banner for this guy's Twitter. And does anyone recognize some familiar shapes here? Pete, do you recognize any familiar shapes in that banner?
Smells like commies to me.
Smells like commies to Pete. And that's what we're looking at. That's what we're dealing with.
Not even just commies, but pro-homosexuality commies, which I wasn't aware existed until now.
So here's a picture from the movie. Oh my God, from Tug. Wow. Wow. Here's a picture. Here's a picture from the movie. I'm not going to play the trailer because I don't want to give this movie any more press. So we're going to move on after this picture. But look at that. They're like, you can see the dick trap there. Like, what the fuck? Oh shit, here's memes. God, I gotta change the thing again.
I should probably mute the stream. All right, there we go.
My goodness. So tonight's main event. Let's get off of this. Let's get on to the main event because
yeah, we've talked enough about this nonsense.
I'm gonna read this article before we actually get into anything, and we're gonna turn this into a drinking game. All right. Joker movie press uninvited. I'm just gonna use that and see. Let's see. Here we go. So this is from Variety. This is the very first article link. We're gonna talk about this, and I know that we're eschewing our typical Rotten Tomatoes drinking game with this, but please bear with me. I think we've got something golden here. And if you guys want to interject while I'm doing it, just say, hey, Frank, shut the fuck up for a second or something like that. So I'm going to get out my trusty Ecto Cooler, my homemade Ecto Cooler. I got the recipe right over Memes' face there, ladies and gentlemen. Memes, by the way, is a traitor to the to the collective for talking to Mr. Yang.
What? Oh, hashtag Yang Gang?
Yeah, you traitor, you're canceled, Memes.
Oh. Well, I don't think anyone's ever really tried to do that. Well, maybe twice or three. Not really.
Mr. P.
Oh, and real quick, before we continue, Dester in the chat, what you were viewing there about the two guys tied up is essentially the premise for a movie that even the garbage tier Access Media can't defend. Don't ask questions.
The Human Centipede?
No, not Human. Human Centipede is a work of art compared to what this sounds like.
I haven't seen either.
It's called Grouper, or Groupers, or whatever. It's really dumb. Just Google it or watch the first half hour of the stream before.
It's D tier. It's D tier homosexuality revenge porn. Like that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't question.
I'd rather watch American Horror Story personally, but that's me.
You'd be better off watching American Horror Story.
Okay.
Dester says, really? A movie so woke bullshit that Rotten Tomatoes will shit on it? God damn, I know, right? Let's talk. Let's read this article here, because this is great. Joker is the movie that keeps on giving, right? I was against this movie from the start. I think I've made that pretty clear on Nurgle's stream, haven't I, Doku? Like, I was against this movie because it was tied to something but not tied to something, and it was like more of an art film.
Yeah, I mean, I was right there with you. I felt like it's like, hey, let's take American Psycho, make it into a clown, and slap the DC logo on it, and it'll make us some money. That was where I was coming
Right.
from.
I didn't want to see this movie, but now I feel like I have to.
But isn't it just Batman from the Joker origin story?
God damn it, memes.
God damn it, meme. You're almost as bad as Dodge.
Drink for every time meme says something that makes you want to drink.
Drink when memes opens his mouth. Is that a good one, Pete?
That sounds good to me.
All right. So let's read this article. I'm going to be leaning heavily on you, Pete. I'm going to try and get you a little more involved because I kind of feel bad about last time. I'm going to get you a little more involved today. So Warner Brothers Entertainment has restricted access for print and broadcast journalists from the red carpet at the upcoming U.S. premiere of Joker. The event, which will take place on Saturday at Hollywood in the famous TACL Chinese Theater, will now only allow photographers access to talent and filmmakers. Expected attendees include Joaquin Phoenix, director Todd Phillips, and supporting stars like Zazie Beetz and did I say that right? And Francis Conroy. Our red carpet is comprised of photographers only, a studio spokesperson told Variety. A lot has been said about Joker, and we just feel it's time for people to see the film. I think that's a good attitude to have, right?
I wouldn't disagree.
The movie has the move to restrict access to interviews comes after a week of headlines about the violent and provocative nature of the film. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm really drunk right now. There's a fucking doku here. I'm really drunk, so it's really hard to read this article. Provocative nature of the film, and measures to inform and protect American moviegoers as they prepare to screen it.
I mean, can you really blame them though? Like, the media did kind of create this manufactured fucking fear-mongering bullshit over a movie they haven't even fucking seen. Like,
Nobody's seen it?
No one's seen. Well, a select few have seen it so far, but there's a mass screening in the States for it. But I'm going to issue a drink command for that last one. Because Variety is just... They're butthurt. Variety is definitely very butthurt. You can... At least I feel like they're butthurt. Am I the only one getting that vibe?
Yeah, I think their asses are chapped, man. Chapped.
you know why they're mad.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, read Des.
Dester says, so the Joker movie is going to be a shitty normie tier edgy movie. I don't know.
Can't comment. We
Jelly
haven't seen
Duck
it.
wants to know if Groupers is a comedy or drama. It's supposed to be a dark comedy. I don't know. Maybe look for it on F Movies in a week. If someone has deemed it worthy of pirating, because let's face it, I don't even have any desire to see it. I
wouldn't even make a drinking game out of trying to watch it.
Me and Doku are gonna sail the high seas after this to look at the new Doom movie. So I mean,
Dude, Bird Box was bad enough. There's no way I'm watching fucking Groupers.
We have a very low bar on what we will and won't watch.
And Groupers is well below that fucking bar. I ain't watching it.
All right. Mid-sized theater chain.
Shandor, real quick. You know why the Access Media is pissed, right?
Oh yeah, I know, because they're not being given access to this movie, so they can dunk on it some more. So
exactly.
Audiences can
they can't fearmonger anymore.
Right. We'll talk about Warner Brothers' move after this article, I think, because
I think it's brilliant.
This is a very good topic for discussion tonight. Mid-sized theater chain Landmark is prohibiting costume play based on Phoenix's turn as the iconic Batman villain. What? On Thursday, Variety reported that the Los Angeles Police Department would increase its visibility at area theaters. The department said it has not received any specific threats about the movie, but encouraged moviegoers to be vigilant. Oh my god, take another drink.
No, it's because... Yeah, that's all because of that one fucking loon, and I think it was in Chicago, who dressed up as Heath Ledger's Joker and shot a bunch of people.
Yeah, you're talking about the guy with the gas mask when it was it Batman Rises?
Yeah, that was in Aurora.
It's all over
that wasn't
that
in
shit.
Chicago. That was in Aurora. That was in like fucking Colorado.
Okay, I couldn't remember. It's been that long, but
yeah,
I mean, it's all over that one. Who was it? Was it I think it was actually Vox or Vice that actually wrote that article drumming that old news back up.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, part of that it was Bane because I remember it was 2013 because I had gone to PAX a couple of months after that happened, and I had put together a pretty nice Bane outfit. And I realized as I was walking up, I'm like, oh, there's a whole bunch of armed police officers right there. There definitely was a terrorist attack a couple of months ago. I'm like, let me take my mask off, carry it, make sure my hands are clearly seen at all times. And then once I got in, I didn't have issues. But I'm like, I was just thinking, I'm like, if I walk up this with a full tactical vest and camis on.
Did you do the Venom tank too?
No, I hate that Bane.
Oh, you did the
Bane is so goofy. No, I did the Matt Hardy one. You can share it too. I have the tiny little screenshot from one of my videos.
Memes, you're canceled. You're fucking canceled. Let's get that up here.
You just double canceled me. That makes me uncanceled.
No, you are triple canceled. Like there's memes, okay? There's his goofy ass, all right? What are your thoughts so far, Pete?
I think these Hollywood people are all scumbags to begin with. You know, they're looking for any excuse here. White man bad, Joker bad, comic book movies bad. You know, these people are actively rooting for something terrible to happen so they can turn around and say they were right all along. So fuck them.
Yeah, I think I agree with you entirely.
You think they're actually just kind of putting that out there? Just
well, look at the way Access Media has been treating people. Like, look at like white people are evil. Stay away from the white people. They're gonna shoot up the school.
Dude, you want to know what's terrible? I'm in a bunch of Discord servers, and even in David Pakman's server, basically progressive YouTuber, like 700,000 followers. It's like somebody in his Discord shared an article, and they were so timid about it. They're like, guys, I feel like I need to point this out. And it was an article saying it's like how a lot of times, basically some progressives and stuff, in their ability to try to support other communities and stuff, they end up gaining a hatred towards literally like white folks and stuff like that. Like that was literally what the article had said in its title and its little blurb there. And it's like they almost get blind to that as well. And you realize that, guess what? Just because somebody might have a lot of melanin in their skin, they doesn't necessarily mean that they're wicked wealthy and privileged. I mean, if you're living in a single wide with like 6 kids or something like that, you might not necessarily feel as privileged than some other folks out there.
Right. Yeah. No, I the world we live in. All right. I'm going to put this out here. I think I've said this before, but the world we live in, we're allowing media to have more power over us than what they really should have. And they should only have the power in so much as to disseminate information, and that is it. When they see the opportunity to scare you into watching or reading, that's when we lose. Destier's in the chat. He says, this sounds like How to Get Shot 101. It definitely does. He follows this with saying this is a witch hunt. I don't know if that's 100% correct.
I have a theory, and I'm curious everyone's thoughts on this. What if the folks that did see it, what if the movie was so good, however, the things that enticed them about that gave them feelings of adulation, they realized that they're not supposed to enjoy, and it gave them such cognitive dissonance that it literally inflicts psychic damage upon them. So they're kind of going out there and almost trying to stir the pot. Like, what do y'all think, fellas?
Latent sickos.
Go ahead.
Who are interested in latent sickery, who got all fluffed up as soon as they saw some sick shit happening. Now their minds break under the weight of the paradox. I think it's possible. Absolutely possible. These people are scumbags. They're absolute scumbags. Fuck them.
All right. Well, we know how Pete feels. So, Doku?
I don't know. I guess there's a possibility for that, but honestly, I don't think these people are actually that clever, nor have they thought it through well enough to actually put something like that together. If I had to take a bet, I would argue that a lot of this is probably due to Disney doesn't want to be outshined. Yeah, we already know the Access Media and fucking Rotten Tomatoes are in their pocket anyways. I guarantee you it's a purely competitive thing. They don't want the movie to do well because it's not Disney. I will bet you fucking money right here and now.
You know what? I'm inclined to agree with you to an extent, and I'm backing Pete almost 100% on his comment. They're just doing shit to stir the pot. Because misery loves company. They can't be anything but miserable. So they have to, make everyone else miserable. And
they got to write about something.
Yeah, and if I misinterpreted what you were saying, Pete, I apologize. At least that's what I got out of what you were saying.
No, don't worry about it. I'm just some titmouse trying to fly the coop.
What the fuck was that sound? What the fuck? I'm going to continue the article, and then we'll try and get through as much of this as possible, because I have shat on this movie because it sounded like, it sounded like they were trying to do initially, and what my initial thoughts were. It sounded like they were trying to do Psycho, right? And they tried to take him out of the hotel that his mother ran. And
yeah, that's the premise I got.
As a result, they didn't really have any direction to go with it. They're like, well, what do we do with this movie? And then they turned to the guy and they said, hey, why don't you just instead of calling it Arthur, right? Instead of like the working title that it had, why not just call it Joker, and we'll tie it into our DC stuff later. And that's what it felt like, is we'll tie it in later. And we'll lead it into that scene in the not Val Kilmer, who was it? The first Tim Burton Batman. Who was it?
Oh, fuck.
Not George Clooney?
No, it was the first Tim Burton Batman.
Oh.
Because there were two Tim Burton Batmans. Val Kilmer was the second, if I remember right. Or was he the first?
I don't remember.
Help me out here, Pete. I think he stepped away. But either way, like the first Tim Burton Batman movie.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, thank you. That's who it was. I'm assuming you looked it up.
You're welcome, Google. I was looking up the movie.
But that's what I get. That's the feeling I get. Is that like we'll tie it into that one scene where he goes, "Have you ever danced the devil in the moonlight with the devil," or something like that? Or
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah, there you go. It feels like they were going to tie it in later, that same thing later. So, I don't know. But now I feel like I have to see it because of just what Access Media is saying. What the fuck is that sound?
A dog?
I'm getting alerts from DLive.
You're welcome. You're also streaming there. You're drunk, Frank.
I am. And I'm like, I'm seeing the alerts come up. So I need to bring DLive up and see what the fuck is going on here.
No. Pete, here's what you need to do. You need to get another overlay for OBS and put just a beer can. And the drunker you get, we shall fill that beer can, and then people could force you to drink for money. Donate and you can respond.
So, okay. Dester donated a diamond. He said Kevin Costner. No, Kevin Costner was not in Batman at all. I think that would be kind of sick if Kevin Costner was a Batman, but we'll talk about that at a later date. I think that maybe Monday night. I don't know.
We already did a Superman thing. We might as well do a Batman one.
Right, Kevin Costner Batman. That would be pretty cool. I think he could play an older Batman. He could take the place of Affleck, right?
Well, did you just say Affleck?
Affleck.
Okay. No, but like a Batman, a Batman Beyond thing would be cool.
No,
I was just thinking that same thing, memes. Like, Kevin Costner in a Batman Beyond type thing.
Let's,
that'd be great.
Let's continue. Let's continue this. The Los Angeles Police Department is aware of public concerns and the historical significance associated with the premiere of Joker, said department spokesman Josh Rubinstein. While there are no credible threats in the Los Angeles area, Destier just donated another lemon. Thank you, Destier, for the donation. He's given us 3 donations so far. Thank you. Let's see. Said department spokesman John. While there are no credible threats in the Los Angeles area, the department will maintain high visibility around theaters when it opens. Concerns about the Joker movie and its portrayal of the titular character's violent tendencies as a result of ostracization have sprung up since the movie's debut at the Venice Film Festival. With some expressing worry, the thriller paints the central mass murderer too sympathetically. This paragraph right here. And we're getting more donations. Thank you, Jelly Duck. Thank you, Destier. You guys are awesome. This paragraph right here concerns me because it's a fucking movie. Was any of this... Here's my question to the panel. Was any of this relevant when RoboCop came out? Like, we were all kids when RoboCop came out. Did anyone go out and become a cyborg as a result of RoboCop?
Did we have the technology at the time?
We did. We
Really?
did. There is rumblings, and Pete, maybe this could be a high strangeness episode. I don't know. There's rumblings that there was a cyborg project going on at the Pentagon as early as the late 70s.
Oh, I don't doubt that for 1 second. I think that they've been working on cyborgs for, decades at this point.
Yeah. I mean, that would be kind of a cool strangeness, I think.
I can tell you for a fact that DARPA for the past 3-4 decades, something like that, has been working on augmented human tissue, muscle, things like that. So yeah, probably.
Even strength companions and stuff like NASA's, like certain gloves and stuff like that, just the way they brace with the engineering and the lighter materials we now have access to. Like literally they're like for like all of our soldiers and stuff, they literally have things where it's almost like using like a carbon fibers and stuff almost as tendons, and just dude, like the transhumanism or even like augmented humanity things are really interesting.
But the question still stands. Did any of you go out and become a cyborg because of RoboCop? Like, this is absurd. That a movie would spark so much controversy, so much non-controversy. Jelly Dog, thank you for the diamond, dude. RoboCop versus Joker, he says.
Ooh, we should send that into death battle.
Yeah, no, we should. RoboCop would win, though. We all know he would win because he would just shoot out Joker's kneecaps, and that would be that. Oh,
now,
man.
in defense of your statement here, I did become addicted to Nuke because of RoboCop 2.
Oh, damn. Did you also get addicted to having your neck snapped by Kane? You remember that scene? It was the worst scene in the movie. He reaches out with the robot claw and just goes boop.
And yeah, Dester, exosuits. Yeah, that's a thing. That's been a thing now for I think
for
over a
like
decade.
20 years. Yeah, it's been a while. Iron Man was directly inspired by the exosuit program. Like, directly inspired, because the Germans, and this is a fun fact for you, ladies and gentlemen, the Germans were working on a way to make robotic humanoid hybrids. And they had, and I'm not shitting you because there's documentation of this, they had bonded the heads of, like, shepherds, like German shepherds, to these giant hulking behemoths, and they had some success. And the success was that the dog head that was still alive, using a what is it called when your liver and your kidneys stop working? And they gotta hook you up to this machine. What is that machine called? Where it like
Dialysis?
That's it.
Yeah.
They had some sort of internal dialysis machine that kept the brain oxygenated, and they had hooked it up to the main arteries. I am completely fucking gone, guys. They had hooked it up to the main arteries to keep the brain oxygenated, and this is part of the X-Files movie that came out in like 2006 or some shit. Like you see actual footage of this technology being in practice, or being put into practice rather. It is fucking scary.
So all I'm imagining right now, Frank, is a giant like border collie head, like controlling like one of those earth mover trucks right now. I'm like, this is wrong on so many levels. At the same time, I like big trucks.
Well, the Russians tried to replicate the technology as well.
It is a dog head on top of a robot body, like a giant hulking behemoth, like Exo Squad type body.
That's what I was just thinking of.
Yeah.
No. Somebody in the chat was talking about the exosuits, Destroyer 45, and I'm like, dude, what was that movie? I was getting ready to look it up, but Exo Squad, that was such a good series.
It was. So and this is something that the Germans 100% did. If you don't believe me, look it up. It is fucking psychotic. It is disgusting, but it is interesting to the point of like, holy fuck, interesting. But they would use the dog heads to control these robot bodies to a very high degree of success. Of course, they ended the program before World War II had ended, and it never made it off the ground. Thank God, because holy fuck, would that have been scary? But they were able to do it to some degree of success, and yeah.
Yeah, imagine having the brain of a trained attack dog attached to a fucking gigantic exosuit. It's not gonna be a nice way to start your day.
Destro says, hang on, guys. Destro says this sounds like some Cujo shit. It kind of was.
Yeah, kind of. I would say it's far more terrifying. Cyborg Cujo is coming for your ass.
Yeah,
Fuck
so let's read some more of this article, because Pete's got to leave soon. I want to get his thoughts before he leaves, because we're going to keep going for a little while after this. But we run off on the strangest fucking tangents around here, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh my god. I bet you any amount of money right now, Pete is like cyborg dog World War II right now in Google.
Oh no, I'm familiar with the experiments.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. That shit was crazy, dude. Let's see. The families of the 2012 Aurora shooting signed a letter to Warner Brothers CEO Ann Sarnoff that, despite refraining from calling for Joker to be pulled from release, did say the movie's sympathetic origin story ... gave us pause. Instead of calling for a boycott or ban, the families and friends of victims asked Warner Brothers to end political contributions to candidates who take money from the NRA and vote against gun reform.
There it is. That is a fucking drink.
Oh my god, that is 3 drinks, ladies and gentlemen. That's
the fucking jackpot.
Use its political clout to lobby congressional leaders for gun reform and fund survivor funds and gun violence intervention programs. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the hat trick. 4 drinks for the hat trick.
Oh boy. That right there. That right there is so fucking telling.
Warner Brothers responded with a statement of its own on Tuesday, writing that neither the fictional character Joker nor the film is an endorsement of real-world violence of any kind. It is not the intention of the film, the filmmakers, or the studio to hold this character up as a hero. How have we fallen so far, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to put a disclaimer on every fucking movie that Joker isn't a hero?
On a comic book movie, of all things. On a comic book movie. This is cape shit. That's all this is. This is ridiculous.
And it's not even that closely tied to cape shit either.
you do a Joker movie with no Batman?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
My thing is here it isn't within the whole like DC canon of Batman. It's like, well, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And if this movie is actually highlighting a villain such as the Joker, I mean, in some ways, one could say that's an advertisement for concealed carry licenses.
Memes. Just no.
You know what I want to know? I have one glaring question. Where the flying fuck were these fucking outraged fear-mongering access media fucking hacks? Where were they when fucking Batman White Knight came out? Which, spoilers, it's a comic where the Joker actually becomes mayor of Gotham after Batman shoves a bunch of antidepressants down his throat and the dude almost ODs and dies, and it cures his fucking psychosis. Where were y'all when that fucking story came out? Because a lot of people were praising it. I didn't hear you guys fear-mongering about that. Oh, wait, I know the answer to the question. You're only doing it because you're using it to further a political agenda because you're ass-blasted butthurt that you're not writing for CNN and sucking Anderson Cooper's dick. Go fuck yourself.
Maybe they support trying to treat mental illness?
There's my rant for the night.
I'm going to add 100 Lino tokens to the chest, so whoever's on D Live, get ready for an incoming drop, because one of you guys is going to get it. Dester
is right.
Oh, it's a close race between Dester and Jellyduck tonight. You guys, 202 Lino tokens from Dester, 201 Lino from Jellyduck. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So let's go ahead and distribute some rewards. But just hearing all of this press, this negative press around Joker is, I'm not going to lie, it's spurring me to see this movie.
I've already decided I'm going to go see it, if nothing else, just purely to spite the fucking access media. Because, God, these people are fucking insufferable.
Insufferable is a mild way of putting it.
Very mild. For once, I'm actually trying to be nice.
Dester, thank you for your donations. You have won 105.2 Lino tokens. Manta Ray says Alu snack bar. There you go.
Ooh, snacks.
Dester says Clockwork Orange would have caused a nationwide panic in modern day, in current year especially. Yeah, God help us all if someone tried to make a new Last House on the Left. Holy shit!
I want to see that a couple years back.
They did kind of.
Yeah.
But it was just it never.
It was bad.
Went anywhere. Yeah. Here's one of the things that I love about current year. Is we could never do Time Bandits again, because people would be looking for, like, what's the political message in Time Bandits? Don't let midgets steal your shit.
Dude, imagine if they tried to redo the Labyrinth right now.
Oh, David Bowie.
Rest in peace, David.
F in the chat for David Bowie.
Oh, they just recast him as Tilda Swinton.
As the Goblin Queen.
He'd still be the Goblin King. They just have Tilda Swinton do it.
Oh, so it would be a trans Goblin King. It'd
just be about the androgyny, man. It's all about the androgyny.
Okay.
It would be the Goblin person.
So Jared would be Jaretta?
No, it would still be Jared. It would just be played by Tilda Swinton.
Oh, we could just cast Justin Trudeau.
Oh my!
He may be available and looking for employment.
He does love to cosplay, so.
I don't know. Should he do green face this soon? I think it's a little soon.
You think so? After all the brown and black face?
It's close enough to Halloween. Why not? Let's see how long it can push his luck.
So Pete, I know you got to head on out of here in about 15-20 minutes here. So why don't you lead the bandwagon here? Why don't you tell us what your thoughts on this whole Joker debacle is?
Look, it's just more of this moral panic that we're living in the middle of. And I think it's very akin to the satanic panic of the 1980s. What you have are people who believe themselves morally superior, the same way that the moral majority did during the 1980s. Except these people don't have any religion to back up their morality. It's completely secular morality based on whatever is considered virtue of the day. So that can change. The wind can blow one way or blow the other, and that's going to change. There's no foundation for this morality except outrage. And they're looking for something to be outraged about. They're looking for a finger to point and something to blame. This is no different than blaming Marilyn Manson over Columbine. This is no different. They're preemptively blaming this movie in case something happens. Preemptive strike.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with you here.
And they're rooting for something to happen. They're actively rooting for something to happen. And I think it's great that they were disinvited from the Hollywood red carpet. They don't deserve to be there. I'm glad to see a huge corporation like Warner Brothers lashing back out at the media. I think the media should get more knocks. I think there's nothing as dangerous right now as the media.
Yeah, I think I agree. 100% here, because they thrive on working people up into a frenzy, and they thrive on getting people to fight amongst themselves so that they can fuel their own mediocre empire of, hey guys, look, there was a fight between a black guy and a white guy. That must mean race relations are bad. Watch us constantly so you can get the full story on why race relations are so fucked up in this country. At least that's my takeaway, is that they're trying to fuel it so that they can profit from it.
This is why I say it's artificially manufactured. It always has been. This is not a new tactic. It's been this way since the fucking dawn of time. I mean, go read fucking Sun Tzu's Art of War. What do? You divide and conquer. What does that mean? People like to say that a lot, but here, I'll tell you what the fuck it means. Make person A mad at person B, sit back and let them do your dirty work for you. You want to know what every fucking smart businessman, what every smart ruler, what every smart person who never actually had to get their own hands dirty does? They make people do the fucking dirty work for them. They do it by using the power of suggestion, by people's inherent friction that they have, because nobody is the same. And they stoke that, and they let it build, and they slowly add to it, and add to it, until finally it's a powder keg. Then you drop a match on it, and boom, you end up with fucking Berkeley or Portland. It doesn't take a genius to figure this shit out. It's that simple.
Now, doesn't Sun Tzu also say, know thy enemy as well as, if not better than thy, know thyself?
Yeah, but they don't really take that part into account. They don't really care about that part. They just want the other part. They want the, like, oh, well, we're just going to go fuck shit up. Dester says, yes, Justin Trudeau, the cuck of 1,000 disguises.
The cuck of 1,000 disguises. That's pretty good. I hate to interrupt here, guys, but I have to run. Thank you so much for having me again, guys. Really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing your next show, and hopefully I'll be around next week so I can join you.
Yeah, dude.
Sounds good, Pete.
You definitely have a standing invite. It will be the same link as last time, so just click it and join us.
Oh, sounds great. All right, well, you guys have a great night, and stay creepy.
Stay creepy.
Cheers, brother.
Do not forget, if you guys are able to, please, for the love of God, because his channel is getting a little bit fucked up by YouTube as well as ours, go check him out if you don't already know who he is. Pete hosts High Strangeness over on The Creepy Little Book, youtube.com/The Creepy Little Book, or not The Creepy Little Book, sorry.
It's the number one paranormal podcast, late night YouTube.
There you go. You can
look right it is.
You just go to YouTube, look up Creepy Little Book, and
link's gonna be in the chat.
Yeah, there you go. Meme is gonna go ahead and post a link for you guys.
I cannot post the link. I do not have the privilege. I'll put it in this chat if you want, and you can do it.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, let's do that. But go check him out if you haven't. The entire panel there. From time to time, Doku and I will show up. And it is a great
Pete knows his shit. Just as far as this stuff goes, his in-depth knowledge of particular topics, I really haven't seen, unless that's really something somebody devotes their life to. But no, he knows a lot of stuff.
Holy shit! We just got our first Streamlabs tip, ladies and gentlemen. Our very first Streamlab tips, $5 from Jelly Duck. Thank you, buddy. We love you.
Dude, Jelly Duck, thank you very much, dude. You're fucking awesome. And we're gonna have to next title we gotta put a thank you Jelly Duck in there somewhere.
What's up, Jelly Duck? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I should probably not sing. He's gonna retract that immediately.
Oh my god. You should have been here last weekend, dude. We was it last weekend or was it the weekend before last? We did the drinking game. And like an hour or two later we went live with like an impromptu karaoke night.
Oh yeah, that was with Mad Dodge. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That was all Dodge.
He did that a year ago and got his channel banned for like 90 days.
Of course he was.
You guys ever gone to karaoke?
What's that?
Oh, Mary Mayhem. She does a karaoke on like Fridays or Saturdays.
No, we have not.
Okay.
Destier, we actually still have it up. It is under the title. God damn! Now I gotta look up the fucking dashboard. Give me a second.
It's forever gonna be a.
Doku, filibuster. Go.
It's forever gonna be on the internet. I don't know how I let fucking Mad Dodge talk me into this shit.
Copyright claim includes copyrighted content.
Are you serious?
No, just trim it. Just trim the part. You can trim that in the editor. I just learned how. My stream that got struck down worldwide. I edited it out so it's only partially banned worldwide, and I just edited out the last part.
We're not allowed. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna file a dispute on this shit right as we do this.
Are you sure you're in the right?
Because it's transformative. Anytime you do a karaoke video, it is transformative in nature.
Did you play any of the original tracks?
No, it is all karaoke release tracks. And it is us singing over top of karaoke release tracks.
You didn't pass out with the karaoke still playing original tracks, did you?
Correct.
You did or did not?
Did not. It is all part of the stream.
Yeah, challenge it.
Let's see. The content is public domain or is not eligible for copyright protection. My use of the content meets legal requirements for fair use, stealing under fair and I am sure that it meets the legal requirements for fair use. Stream was conducted under Fair Use Act, wherein what the fuck is it called? The content was
you are transforming the content via karaoke
in nature. There we go. Because we had the actual karaoke going, but other people were singing.
Did you actually read Jelly Duck's message on Streamlabs, your first ever Streamlabs?
I did not see a message attached to it. If you did, please feel free to.
Frank is drunk, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you
say it in the chat, and I'll go ahead and read it out. Jelly Duck
is completely fucking drunk. I did not. Let me look it up though. I can do that as soon as I bring it up. Let's see. Where is?
So while Frank's looking that up, in the meantime, fellas, does it make me a terrible person for picking on poor Justin Trudeau?
No.
So
he
if I were to
that shit on himself.
So if I were to create a meme saying Deo, election come and Justin go home.
Oof.
Do it. Do it and tweet it at me. I'll fucking retweet that shit.
No, I said the words. That's more than enough apologies for my racism, which I'm sure there was racism there, so.
Only against Justin. Only against Justin. Like, insofar as Justin Trudeau is concerned, that the racism is. But even then, it's like.
Well, I'm not a Canadian.
It's white on white. So is that really racism?
Well, to be fair, I'm also Jewish.
I guess. Okay, so you're using your Jew supremacy.
Well, I guess I was gonna say scaly supremacy.
Scaly supremacy, he says.
Did you finish filing that claim yet?
I
How drunk
did.
are you?
I did. I finished filing, but I'm looking for the chat that was sent.
Oh, yeah, the chat's right here.
Do you see it? What does it say?
No, I don't have the Streamlabs. I'm not your Streamlabs.
Well, I know you're not, but I'm trying to fucking find it, and I don't know how.
Well, what am I? Well, what am I?
You're my buddy.
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna poke my buddy.
All right,
you're my buddy.
Let's just make this easier. Jelly Duck, if you can if you want, just retype what you said in the chat on YouTube, XL Opinions channel. I'll just read it out. We'll make this simple.
I'm trying to find it, and I don't know how to. I'm sorry.
We need better technology, because even though we have the technology, our technology right now is basically rehosting through like DLive, this, that, and the other thing through Restream.io. Dude, it's literally like a couple of cans with a couple of things of string.
Okay, listen.
No,
guys. Listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, I have to interrupt both of you, but we didn't get the copyright claims until after this stream had started. Oh my god, those two copyright claims came in at 12:21 a.m. It is now 12:24 a.m. Those two copyright claims didn't come in until 3 minutes ago.
Are you
serious?
Are you sure that wasn't because that was the last time you checked your channel?
No, I looked at the time of the receipt of the email.
So you're telling me that YouTube's algorithm just decided to up the butt us or something?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
They heard you were talking about the Joker.
Oh, and also Jelly Duck said that Trudeau is the king of blackface.
He has a number of instances of yes.
Well, to be fair, he was a drama teacher. I mean, live by the sword, die by the sword. If you really want to make it this big, offensive, racist thing, then, well, Trudeau, this is the hill you chose.
I don't particularly think Dude Man is racist. I just think he's an extremely overzealous teacher that often, like, wasn't he just going everywhere where he goes? Doesn't he like dress up and do all this crazy stuff?
Yeah, he does, because he used to be a fucking drama teacher.
He does. Like, he went to fucking India and dressed like a fucking king compared to what most people dress like in India. And it pissed off like a large swath of Indian natives, like people in the
Oh yeah, he dressed up like a sultan.
Yeah.
And people got pissed.
And it was just like, holy shit. But the if you guys are wondering what the karaoke was, it was the second Knives Out Rotten Tomatoes drinking game link. And I have a cat who wants in my lap, so we're gonna do this, ladies and gentlemen.
Kitty! Oh, you look like a small raccoon for a second.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Look at her.
My apologies for misspeeching her.
She's a big raccoon. I think she's part Maine Coon, part ragdoll, because like you can do whatever you want to her and she will just lay there and take it.
Does she got big paws?
Look at her.
Does she have the extra little claw or thumb?
Yeah, she's got the dew claw. Right here.
All right. Probably.
Oh, look at her! She's giving me kisses, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Yeah, Kim, she does look like Bucky.
Let's see. Jelly Duck says I cringe because he dressed up like an Indian. The Jelly Duck says looks like a size of raccoon. Yeah, that's what Maine Coons are. They're fucking huge cats. And she's smaller than a Maine Coon, a little bit smaller than a Maine Coon. But again, that's because I think it's because of her what the fuck is it called? Ragdoll. Yeah, thank you. Ragdoll nature. Dester throws a big think emoji out there. Oh, great. This chat is just getting lively. It's we're gonna keep going for a little while because this Joker thing, like seriously, this Joker thing is a rich topic, I think.
It's such a sorry, memes. I'm gonna cut you off real quick because
Oh,
I do
she's
want your
giving me
opinion on
kisses
this after
again.
I say what I'm gonna say. This whole thing is a perfect example, and I think it should be apparent to everybody. If you thought we were crazy when we said like, no, the media just artificially manufactures shit to get people first off to click on their bullshit, create more outrage, prod people like, hey, let's start a depression, let's scare people, let's get them to do this. If you think they're not just a bunch of manipulative fucking assholes that are only in it for their own personal gain, I present you with Exhibit A. This fucking bullshit.
Yeah, no, Joker's the perfect exhibit A because it's like, dude, come on. It's a fucking movie. Chill out.
Are you
Calm
sure some of this
down.
just isn't for advertising?
I'm honestly of the opinion, and here's my opinion, and you guys can agree or disagree all you want, but this is my opinion. I'm not backing down from this opinion. I think that Warner Brothers went out of their way to show this to the most regressive people they could find. And as a result, they're using this to their advantage. They know people are going to go see it based on the outrage of the media, the news media, because they know that trust and faith in the news media has been at an all-time low for the last couple years.
Well, we'll just take a look at Dave Chappelle. It's like, didn't he have like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes for a little
Oh
bit? Folks are like,
Christ,
this is
yeah.
so, and then all of a sudden you see like, I guess a bunch of people end up watching it, and then it had like a 99% score from the actual folks that watched it.
Right, like actual human beings.
I don't know if that increased the number of folks that actually watch it because I haven't watched it yet. I kind of want
Yeah.
it.
Nanopoly says drink. He says night all as well. It was nice to have you for the few seconds you were here on Nanopoly. Thanks, man. Destry says, remember the Tracer's ass controversy with Tracer's victory pose and Blizzard just let both sides build attention to the game? Yeah, Blizzard went out of their way to change the pose of a character in Overwatch, the victory pose. But
Why?
they still kept it in the game because outrage. They were afraid of the
They bent
danger
the knee.
hairs. They were afraid of the danger hairs coming out and getting all pissed.
What?
That-
What was
yeah,
the pose?
She was
They bent the
showing
knee.
her butt.
She had like the typical like imagine the video game pose, girl in form-fitting clothing. She's looking behind, turned around. You can see her ass. Form-fitting. Like, they got mad because she had an ass. That's all it is.
How? Now were we revealing crack here?
You know what? I'm just going to show you guys.
Just
Because I
pull
know
it
at
up.
least on TV you can show up to, I believe, 3/4 of an ass.
I'm just going to
Yeah,
show you guys so you guys
No,
know.
memes. It's like a one. She's in like a full body thing. Like you can't see any skin. It's just she
She's
has an
wearing
ass.
like spandex.
I guess
You
you
guys
could call
will
it
see.
that.
You
I don't.
guys will see.
You'll
Just
see
give me
it,
a
yeah.
Is
second.
it nice?
Just
is
give
it
me a second,
Full?
and I
or-
will show you. Give me a second, and I
You know,
will show
Because
you.
certain things they'll say are over sexualized because you might be a
Give me a
voluptuous
second,
woman.
and I will show you. This pose right here is the pose in question. So you see some crack, okay? This is the original pose.
There's no exposed crack. You're just seeing it kind of run up her legs like a lot of workout pants.
Mm-hmm.
I
And the
see more
outrage-
provocative things at the. Oh, those are shorts. Oh, those are
No,
shorts.
They are not shorts.
No, are you sure?
Yes, it
And
is.
she's wearing her underwear over her spandex.
It is spandex, but
She's
these
like
are
Superman.
straps. But these are straps from her chrono generator, which
Oh.
keeps her anchored in space time. Because otherwise, she zips around for no fucking reason.
Ooh.
And
So
then,
they're medically necessary.
yes. So
So they're
the
being ableist.
pose gets changed to this.
Th-
The one
that's-
on the right.
Did they just put her in high heels?
No, she is
Is
on
that
her.
part of the patriarchy?
She is on her tippy toe.
Are you sure? I thought I saw a heel there.
She's on her
Hold on.
tippy toe.
Are you sure? Oh, that's a shadow. I'm sorry. I'm wearing
Right.
sunglasses.
So here, let me see if I can't zoom in on this. Here we go.
Oh, we got a falcon. I love you too, brother.
So there's the pose they change it to, which isn't much different in terms of how much of her tiny fucking gay ass you can see. And the next thing they did to throw off the controversy was they were like, she's gay.
Well, I mean,
yeah, literally, that's what they did. Memes. I'll give you the quick rundown. I'll give you the quick one. Don't ask questions. Memes. It's the outrage mob. They're pulling the Kevin Spacey defense. They got mad about Tracer because, oh my God, she has an ass. Oh no,
that's Tracer.
Sexualizing. Yeah, they're sexualizing women. Oh my God, how dare they? Because you haven't seen anybody in yoga pants before in your life, I guess. Or we know the crowd. It's not worth going into. But yeah, the next thing that Blizzard Activision, I think it was still Blizzard Activision at the time this controversy happened. The next thing they did to deflect anything was like, oh well, she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Wait, radio silence.
Shit. I just realized something. And I am a fucking retard for not having realized this.
You mean mentally abled or disabled?
No,
or...
I mean retarded.
So you've slowed your clock.
I have. I have just realized that I could bring up the Streamlabs OBS and look at the fucking list of shit that people have done and said. Oh my fucking God.
The Prophecy of Toth. I'm gonna watch this.
Dude, you should. No, you should. That was a really good stream.
It's just a clip here. Dude, it's got an awesome dragon thumbnail in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what it was about.
But yeah, I keep forgetting that there are alerts. And yeah.
Drunk
This
Frank
is what happens when... I was just about to say, this is what happens when we drink. Don't hate us, guys.
Did you put Pete's channel in the chat yet?
I did a while ago. Destier says, watch how easily I have derailed the stream. Jelly Duck says, yoga pants. Flying Falcon says, shut up, memes.
There we go.
ChemLab says, a lot of folks I know actually didn't like Chappelle's special, and I thought it went too far. I for one liked Chappelle's stream or Chappelle's show up until the last half of it, when he starts ragging on white people a little too much. I never really have liked the racist shit that he's done. Like, I get why he does it, and it is funny. It is objectively funny. But I personally don't like it.
You don't like when people make fun of you?
I don't like when people, like... I know this sounds like a bitch thing to say, and I apologize to my audience and to my fans. I don't like when racism is used as a comedic prop. I understand why it is used as a comedic prop, because a lot of comedians realize that the only way to end a hatred of a protected class, and yes, I'm using air quotes, the only reason people use comedy to kind of like talk about the protected classes is to kind of end the whole bigotry thing. And I get it. I understand why it's there. I personally don't like it, but I can appreciate it. Does that make sense?
Well, here's the thing. It's like, okay, no, I get the whole trying to be sensitive or something. Like that's fine. Trying to like be kind of civil with folks, but at the same time, it's like, what do you do with your friends? Very often we rag on them, we joke, we jab, and if all of a sudden you're just going to be so guarded at that point, like, are you even treating somebody like a human being, or are you treating them just like a child?
Well, see, here's the thing. And I know what Kim is talking about, so I'm going to clarify. I will agree with you, Shandor, but for different reasons. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're going to make some racist jokes. Yeah, that's like somebody calling me a dirty Irish potato eater because I have Scotch-Irish background.
Right.
It's not something that's going to make me fucking butt hurt. What I do get irritated about, though, when you're using racism or any other type of stereotype or slander or whatever for comedic effect is at least be fucking clever about it, dude. Like, if that's the extent of your joke, then try harder, please.
Look, I'm going to defend to the death the Chappelle special. I think the Chappelle special is funny, objectively funny, top to bottom, because of the delivery, because of the way that he goes, this is the way things are. Right? And I can appreciate it for every bit of what it is. He's trying to break down the barriers. I didn't really like the whole LGBT in the car thing, but I get why he used it, and I get why he was like, well, I'm a victim blamer, and he expanded upon that whole narrative. Like, I understand why he did it, and it was a funny special objectively. I can't agree with it.
Chandler, I'm going to interject real quick. Let's be perfectly honest. The reason everybody got so butthurt about Dave Chappelle's special on Netflix
is because it hurt people's feelings.
Well, and it's not even because it wasn't funny. It's because he used it as social commentary first and comedic effect second. And that's why so many of the jokes were low-hanging fruit.
No,
and it hurt people's fucking feelings.
He was trying to force it for a reason.
Right, and that in and of itself was the comedy. I can appreciate that for what it was. I was able to laugh at it. I thought it was funny from beginning to end. I didn't appreciate the white racism in there because it's like, I don't believe any comic should be able to lean on racism as a thing. But if that's what you do, that's what you do. As a comic, I can respect that. I can appreciate that while not liking it simultaneously, if that makes any sense to anyone.
Well, you support his ability to say it. You just can have the ability to use your free speech to disagree.
Right. I disagree with him doing it, but I agree with why he was doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he was using the whole thing as essentially, I guess you could call it a pseudo bait and switch, but made it funny in the process. Like, there's going to be certain people that find it funny while disagreeing with it, and there's going to be certain people that spend the next 24 hours bitching on Twitter because rules for thee and not for me, and he's pointing it all out. It was social commentary with comedy. That's what it was. He was pointing out the fucking hypocrisy. It doesn't matter if you're left-leaning or right-leaning.
Well, again, you could also kind of make the whole rage bait pitch in that he's like, who am I talking about? I'm talking about you all here. And it's like, all right, he literally just attacked the audience.
Right.
Okay.
And I can appreciate...
That's a call out for everybody. So folks are going to start to write about it. And dude, when you have places saying, you should not watch this, what does everyone else on the internet do? All of a sudden,
it's like when you're kids.
It's like 100% right, though.
It's like when you're a kid. It's like when you're a kid. You're like, oh, you're not allowed to watch that rated R movie because it's scary. And then all of a sudden are watching Hellraiser for the first time when we're like 6 years old and our parents are out of the house.
Your hand in the cookie jar. Did you put your hand in the cookie jar? No.
Well, the thing is, this is the brilliance of what Dave Chappelle did and why everybody hated it so fucking much, was that part you just brought up, Memes, like right at the very beginning of his skit. Like, I'm going to go dig through your past, and you did or said something that I didn't like, and I'm going to put you on blast for it and get you fired and this and this and that. Who am I? And the audience, like the fucking bleeding sheep that they are, just yell, Donald Trump! And he goes, no, that's y'all, motherfuckers. That is you. That is what you do.
Dude, he literally just did what the president does to like the media on a regular basis. He throws something out there that he knows is going to get people's goats, and then all of a sudden he's like, look at all these silly people.
I have to address this chat from Dester. He said the whole Joker subject ended up like a preteen on a plane with Epstein. Oof. Ouch.
Drink for savagery.
Completely fucked.
Is that too soon, or I feel like I'm a terrible person for even saying those words? I don't even know what to think. I've cognitive dissonance.
No, look, this is all actually very relevant to the whole Joker situation. Because the Access Media, and we're going to circle back to it right now, the Access Media is going out of its way because it hasn't gotten, guess what, access to this media. It hasn't gotten access to the Joker movie. Warner Brothers has said, you know what, fuck off, we're tired of your divisionism. And I really wish more studios would tell the media where to go put it.
Maybe they should access it up to other media folks, like, I don't know, maybe some YouTubers.
Maybe.
You know, if this movie has a really good opening weekend, more studios will actually probably feel more comfortable and more confident telling the access media to go F itself.
No,
because they're garbage. No one listens to them.
We need a point. We need a point in time where a celebrity say, "Fuck off! I'm done with this Beatty bullshit."
Well, we're getting to the point where you're literally going to see the Stone Cold look the boss in the eye, proverbially, of course, kick him in the balls, lay him down with a stunner, and then, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. But that's the world we live in at the moment. Like, we need someone to just come out and say, "Look, this is done." Right? You're done. We need, ironically, we need cancel culture against the access media.
We need like the anti-cancel culture. And again, it's like the opposite of get woke, go broke.
Joker
if you don't
is
like
the way to do it.
Oh, and that's the thing. If you don't like something, don't support it. That's perfectly fucking fine. I wasn't planning on going to see this movie. The same way I actually never intended to go see Stephen King's It, because I think Stephen King is a fucking shithead, and I don't want to support him.
We got
so
Sith
I didn't
in
go
the
see.
Chat. How's it going, Sith? Welcome to the chat, buddy.
What's up, Sith?
Been a couple days since we've seen you.
But yeah, I didn't go watch It Part 2 because I'm not going to support Stephen King because I think the guy's a fuckhead. I'm not going to go watch the next Star Wars movie because Disney can go fuck itself. Does it suck?
Dester says, I follow the Gilbert Gottfried method. Nothing is too soon.
He's not wrong.
Oh, man.
But yeah, the alternative for this is when you see crap like this and you want to fucking give access media the fucking middle finger, well, go watch Joker. If you don't like it, don't watch it a second time.
Don't watch it a second time? What the fuck?
I said don't. Don't watch it a second time if you didn't like it.
No, I know. That's what I said. Don't watch it a second time. Are they going to watch it a first time? Don't. You know what? I have only one thing to say to the Access movie. Or Access Media, rather. This movie isn't made for you. Dester says, it's like chemotherapy. You're poisoning yourself to kill the cancer. Yeah, there you go. Exactly right. My God, I wish I wasn't as drunk as I am already. There was a lot of vodka in that Ecto Cooler that I mixed up.
And you know what, Dester, I'm gonna end up using that from now on. Hopefully, we're not too drunk that we forget it, like what we were calling the garbage tier media.
Jellyduck says that Stephen King's It Chapter 1 and 2 are pretty great. I haven't seen them yet. I'm gonna wait until they come out on like Redbox or something.
That's what I'm doing. I just don't want to inflate the box office numbers.
Yeah. So for those of you who were just hanging out with us until Pete has gone live, Pete has officially gone live. So if you guys want to jump ship and go hang out with Pete and the gang, I urge you to do so. They are talking Freemasonry tonight. And give me a second to pull this up. They're doing Freemasonry and the Illuminati tonight. So that sounds like a really interesting subject. For one, I'm going to pass out immediately following the stream. But if you guys want, hop ship, go over, check them out. Much bigger channel than us. Much more entertaining than us, I think. Go check them out. Falcon says, sorry guys, it's 1:45 here, so I'm going to go lose consciousness now. It is 12:46 p.m. Central Time at the moment, and it is the same time for Doku as it is for you, and I think for memes as well. But we were happy to have you guys.
Yeah, it's 1:45 now, 1:46 over here. I believe it's the same for you, memes. I'm gonna finish a beer and pass the ever living fuck out as well.
I thought it was 1:48 for a second. I'm like, wow, I'm in the future.
You are in the future.
God damn it, memes.
Drink
for memes.
Jelliduck says Pete is the next level Sargon of Akkad. I don't think that's correct, because Pete just addresses rumor about certain conspiracy theories that are really compelling to listen to. He does.
I want to say something mean, but I don't.
You should say it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Pete knows things.
Pete knows things, and he drinks, and he drinks, and he knows things.
No, Sargon knows things too, but he reads books and or listens to Audible. I like Sargon. I learned things from him. Hey, I learned about that little lens thing, but we should wrap up for Pete.
Yeah.
Wait, Memes, are you saying that someone drinks and they know things?
Oh, I mean, one could say that. I mean, I also learned about the ship of Theseus from Coach Red Pill and made me look like a genius.
I'm going to address some chats here before we head on out, so you guys can enjoy the full glory of Pete's splendor. And no, that is not a euphemism for him whipping his dick out on stream. Sith says, do you think it's possible that producers are causing outrage for no reason on this movie, only to make money? It's 145 for him. It's possible. I honestly believe that Warner Brothers has leaked this movie to a select crowd, and that select crowd includes people who are of the sensitive NPC nature, and that's why this movie has generated as much buzz as it has. Jellyduck says I should look up for his channel. We actually have a link in the chat if you look back at the chat a little bit. I'll post a link in just a second here. But
and Chandra, I'm going to give you some pushback real quick on that one. I'm going to make the argument that there is internalized tribalism within the Access media, aka the left eats its own, and right now it's on the side of Disney.
I agree with you entirely. All I'm saying is I believe that Warner Brothers got the more sensitive people to see this in Greece or wherever the fuck it was that they aired this movie. I am completely fucking shit-faced. I apologize.
Oh, it was in like Venice or some shit.
Yeah. Dester says Pete can hold an argument. Sargon can't. Jellyduck says hashtag Pete is a president. Pete for president, maybe. Could be the translation there, the takeaway. Because there is kind of a language barrier. Jellyduck is in Kuwait. So he does speak... shit. I forget what the language of Kuwait is. I think it's...
I forget how far over they are. I know some of the dialects. Yeah. You get Arabic in the area. Depending on how far east you go, you might run into some Pashto.
Right. I think Jellyduck speaks Arabic natively. I could be completely wrong. He says he's heading off. Have a great night, everyone. You guys are awesome. No, Jellyduck, you're awesome for supporting the channel as much as you have. Dester has a linked creepy little book. You guys go ahead and follow that link. I have linked it myself. For the last time of the evening, I am going to link the Streamlabs. If you guys so choose to donate to us and share the love of the channel, we would much rather you spread the word of Exiled Opinions. We are 5 subs away from 100 subscribers. If you guys can get us to 100 subscribers by October 4th, that's next Friday. That's Doku's birthday, by the way.
No, the day before.
Yeah. Frank will dress up in a rabbit onesie.
The day before, sorry. The day before, October 4th. If you can get us to 100 subscribers, guys, I am going to go out of my way to stop motion animate some of my Transformers toys to make a commercial for the channel. A commercial that I think will be comedic and enjoyable. At least I think it'll be, because I already have a script written out. All I need to do is shoot it and edit it. So that's going to be entirely contingent upon whether or not you guys can get us to 100 subscribers, because we're going to rely entirely on you guys. Dester says, well, off to make 5 accounts.
Exiled Opinions does not support any type of fraudulent or misleading YouTube activity.
I can't support making 5 accounts just to get us over the edge. While I do appreciate
not Frank nudging or winking. That's simply him being intoxicated.
No, that's me being honest. I can't support a dishonest practice. I appreciate it though. I really do appreciate it. But I would rather have it I'd rather have it
Organic.
Here's what you do, Frank. All you do is you give every one of these great folks that are watching or in the future the ability to fair use your information and basically cut it up into little clips. Let them
No.
ESPN for you.
No, seriously, anyone who wants to use our stuff, feel free. Like, that has always been the position of Doku and I. Like, feel free to use whatever you need to use in order to
Oh yeah,
get
we're
us
not
to
gonna
where we're
pull
going.
a we're not gonna pull a Monday Matt Boulder King on you if you want to use our information. As far as we're concerned, it's free advertising. We would appreciate a shout out.
Well, that's the thing. It's fair use. The big FU.
No, seriously, I believe entirely in fair use. Like, if you want to clip our stuff, go for it. Just make sure that you're using it in a fair use manner. Transformative nature. Even if you want to make us look like complete assholes, I mean, go for it. Like, as long as you're adding some sort of commentary to it. Like,
Oh well, Shandor, let's be honest. We make ourselves look like complete assholes perfectly fine without
Right.
anybody else's help.
No,
If you
seriously.
can make us look like more of assholes than we already are, then shit, you deserve a shout out yourself.
Right, exactly.
With all due respect, Frank, I think you're setting the bar a little too high. Just let folks use the content because right
Oh,
now
jeez.
the big thing for your
I'm
channel
just-
growth is advertising.
Here, I'm just trying to hold them to the same standards I would hold anyone else to. I
Oh,
hold myself to
Do you
very
want
high
do
standards.
you want your channel to grow?
So what you're saying, memes, is I should whore myself out and I should whore Doku out. And I should whore us both out. Because, you know.
So use what you have, kind of like you're utilizing my commentary right now for your benefit.
I suppose. I just want
See what
people
happens
to
there?
I just want people to add commentary to it. Make it actual fair use. Because I'm not going to chastise anyone for being like, hey, these guys are absolute pricks for the sake of being absolute prep.
I understand what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, man, is the bar you're raising right now is not really a necessary thing because you're asking good people to share your content versus you're thinking like, when I have 3 billion subscribers and I don't want any of this stuff, I want every penny for myself.
No, I don't want the pennies. I don't want the pennies. I just want people
silver change
to,
is worth keeping.
It is. But I just want people to be held to the same standards that I would hold them to, and I would expect them to hold me to the same standards. Because I will never use someone else's clip. Like, I will never clip someone out of context and just be like, okay, well, this is what this dude is doing, and not.
Well, you give citation.
Right. I wouldn't just take someone's shit just for the sake of taking their shit. You know.
So you're not going to take an article that says things you like and say things that you like and not read a counter article?
We already did
should
that
end
at the
the
beginning of the show. Maybe.
We should.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's kind of what we do around here. Is we kind of like dunk on shit we disagree with, but at the same time we give advertisement to the like. This is from so and so, from this and that.
Oh, so linking the original work.
Right. We're always constantly talking about, well, this is where this came from. Like at the beginning of the show, we're like, okay, well, this is so and so from the LA Times. He's talking about this
Well, it's
and
from
that.
Variety.
No. Before you joined us, we did the whole groupers drinking game quick before the whole Joker discussion.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
human centipede that wasn't the human centipede.
Exactly.
Well, also the other thing is, yeah, we'll do what Dave Chappelle did. We'll dunk on you. We'll make fun of you. We'll go for the low hanging fruit.
But at the end of the
We'll
time,
go through the high up fruit.
At the end of the
But
day, we'll be
we give
fair
credit.
about it.
And we give credit where credit is due, and we'll admit, like, yeah, I might have a bias. You might disagree with me. You might agree with me. I'm aware of it, but credit where credit's fucking due. Like, that's the way we do things. We might be assholes, but we're fair about it.
Well, I'm sure Jordan Peterson would have gotten as famous had everybody had to use commentary for all his clips and to actually
all
fall
I'm
within
asking-
fair use, if not for his benevolence to share
I'm
things.
not saying they have to. I'm not saying you have to be 100% fair use with us. I'm merely asking for people to be fair use with us. I don't expect them to. I'm just asking them to. I'm merely putting forth the, hey guys, you can paint us in whatever light you would like us to. I'm merely asking that you give us the benefit of the doubt. and that you give us a little bit of credit for where the information came from. If you want to make us out to look like the bad guy, right? If you want to paint us to be the absolute scum of the earth, I'm fine with that, as long as you're willing to put in the legwork that we do, right? Because we're not about saying, well, this person said this negative thing, except for last week when I completely went off on that one asshole who was like, Trump, 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 Rambo, Trump.
Well, to be fair though, it's kind of hard to not go off on an article like that because we're here to review movies and pop culture. Yeah, we do go down the political rabbit hole from time to time. That whole thing was nothing but a just gigantic propaganda smear piece, and it's everything we hate about the access media. So everything we said about fucking Matilda, you deserved it because you're just some butthurt little bitch that wants to write for CNN. And well, as I said earlier in the stream, you want to suck Anderson Cooper's dick because that's how much of a little bitch you are.
At the same time, we did give credit where credit was due.
He did have one or two good points that we did say.
We did acknowledge when he did bring something up that that was kind of spot on. But at the same time, it's like, dude, look, you're being a dick for the sake of being a dick. I get why you would be, because you're trying to get clicks. You're banking on that outrage, and I fed into it. I fed into it completely, and we've given him advertisement.
Yeah, I believe we did kind of play into the exact thing that we criticized the access media for doing.
Yeah.
So we're guilty of that.
You guys see how the cycle goes. So what have we learned here, kids? Cite your sources, and consent matters. We should probably end the stream.
The thing is, they're looking for clickbait. We're giving them clickbait, and in turn, it fuels our clickbait. Although I don't think ours is really bait. You
have 15 seconds to end this before you get a copyright strike.
God damn it, memes! Drink for memes.
Oh my god. We've got a very interesting chat from Dester here. Dester says, "Why the fuck the Revenge of the Fags movie named Grouper?" I think that can be summed up quite easily. Are you guys ready for my summation of that?
I'm curious to hear it because I myself do not know.
Here's my summation. Come
on. Oh, good lord.
Your guess is
okay.
Good
Hey, you might be able to get away with some Rob Zombie, but now we're over half hour over, and if that didn't get you, a Disney tune will.
Oh my god. All I have to do is click this one little button and memes cannot be heard. Dester says, because for me a grouper is a fish. No, it is a fish. Come on, memes, you absolute prick.
God damn it, memes.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to kick memes here because he's being an absolute unit. He's being like the king of memes. And I appreciate that about memes. Like he brings this shit to the table. Can't unmute
He's fucking over here dancing.
Chose to mute himself. Oh man. But we are gonna head on out of here. Memes did have a point. It's like it is time to go.
It is.
I need to get to bed. And you guys need to go watch High Strangeness over on Creepy Little Book, over on Pete's channel. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us. You guys are awesome as always. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the stream tips. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. And if you can get us to 100 subscribers by October 4th, that's next Friday, which I have another separate announcement about in just a second here. But if you can get us to 100 subscribers by October 4th, at my earliest convenience, the earliest time I'm possibly able to, I will shoot a stop-motion animation commercial for the show for you guys' enjoyment. I hope you guys will give me some feedback on it. positive or negative. You can tell me if it sucks or not, and I will make a new one. But if you guys like it, let me know. If you don't like it, doubly let me know.
Because I support this so we can let Frank play with his toys.
Yes, I need to play with my toys. I've got a shit ton of Transformers over that way. Like, you know what? Let me just kind of turn against my, you know what? Fuck. Here we go. All right. Fucking camera. Now.
Oh, somebody said earlier, clean your room.
Yeah, I know I need to clean, but if you can't see in the distance there is a shit ton of toys over there. Just a shit ton. And even up on, there's a an iron girder that runs the whole length of my basement. And right here, there's a shit ton of toys there. I've got a bunch of shit to work with in terms of
you are inspiring me to do something like this with my old Godzilla figures and stuff.
Oh, I hope you would. I hope you would, Memes. I want you to see
battles.
I want to see something from Memes. If you guys want to see something from Memes, hit 1 in the chat and we'll do something. Memes and I will do something.
We really need to finish the stream though, because you know why?
Oh my.
Damn it, Memes.
Okay,
Damn it, Memes.
You're on mute for a second, Memes. You just stop, okay? Just stop, Memes. We get it. We're on our way out. But if you can get us to 100 subscribers, we'll do that. We will make the commercial for next week. We'll maybe not make it for next week, but we will make it, and it will be up soon. That'll be our 100 subscriber special, I guess. It is a quick 2-minute or 1-minute clip. But next weekend is Doku and I's birthday on 2 separate days. I'm on the 6th. Doku, I don't remember, is 5th?
3rd.
So Doku's on
happy birthday.
Thank you, Memes.
Thank you.
Doku's on the 3rd, I'm on the 6th, so we're 3 days apart from each other. 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Math is hard.
Will be no, especially when you're drunk. There will be no drinking game next weekend. Doku and I will be fucking off to do our respective celebrating. So we won't be around for the weekend. We plan on doing a stream the following Monday, I think we agreed on.
Yep, Monday.
But it won't be like a drinking game stream because I've got to fucking work it on Tuesday. Doku is going to be doing some trading he's got to get up for. And that's it. Memes, you want to do some plugging for yourself while we before we head on out of here and I fucking throw up into my lap?
No, so before Frank throws up through his mouth right now, if anyone wants to check out any of my stuff, the Memes of Destruction at YouTube, just search that in there, or on Twitter at Meme Destruction.
If you want to leave a link, I'll throw it in the chat.
Oh, sure, we could do that.
Daster says, happy birthday. Enjoy getting ever so closer to your inevitable and most likely an impressive death. Thank you, Daster.
How kind of you, sir.
Part of my hatching day celebration, ladies and gentlemen, because I was hatched from a rock, not an egg. Part of my hatching day celebration will include my attempted, not suicide, but attempted death by alcohol. Yes, I will be trying to kill myself. So I'm just waiting on Memes to leave a link here in the side chat here, the private chat, so I can post it to you guys to check out. And you can check out some of his cringy, creepy shit with who was it? Mr. Plague?
Oh, you mean with Mr. the Plague?
Mr. the Plague.
Yes,
Oh
he's perhaps the new Dr. Claw of YouTube.
Do you really want to get the familiars involved? Oh my god.
Oh god. I haven't heard about this yet. I am morbidly curious.
I almost lost. Okay, I almost lost control of my bowels when I saw that. I'm just like, God, Memes. I even posted on our Discord server, which I will link to in the chat. If you guys aren't part of our Discord server, feel free to join. But oh my god, it was some cringy shit. And I said as much. I don't know if you've seen it yet, memes, but that was some cringy shit, bro. But we're gonna roll on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do another karaoke, another drunken karaoke, sometime soon. Probably by the end of October, we'll do another drunken karaoke. So your chance to ridicule us live on air as we butcher some of our favorite tunes is coming up soon. Probably for the Halloween stream, maybe. What do you think,
I'm
Doug?
not opposed to it.
Maybe for the Halloween stream. And it won't be on Halloween. It'll be probably after Halloween because, again, that's another night where I go out and get completely fucking shit-faced.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. And stay metal.